Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 30th, 2022 New Moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's start off here, Taurus, with the energy that we're to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Tower, always a good card to be mindful of. So there's a lot of change that's coming around this new moon. I just see a lot of change for you in general. This new moon is going to be very powerful for you. Now, this new moon is in Gemini. So there is a real sense here of, I don't know if somebody who is watching, like, you have one of your signs in Gemini or you're born on the cusp with Gemini, but I do see for a lot of you Taurians that there's a very powerful draw to this new moon and to what it reveals. And there's a really big change that's going around you. It could also be the duality of the Gemini sign that's coming in that you're very drawn to during this time. I don't know exactly why, and we'll have to see as we go on, as we lay all the cards out. But there's a real sense here of being mindful that things are changing and being mindful that this moon will have a greater effect on you than you realize it will. And there's also something here about opening your mind. The Tower can also symbolize a spiritual awakening or something that is having you look at a situation very differently than the way that you have looked at things before. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is rebirth, which plays in beautifully with the energy that we were seeing in the Tower. So this is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. This is a real sense of, yes, it's of course being reborn, but I really see you connecting with the Earth, Taurus. And I really also see this energy here that we have with this, I'm empowered, I'm emboldened, but I'm also transforming into the person that I want to be, into a new stage in my life, into a new chapter. For some of us, we might actually be having a new chapter start, whether it's a wedding or a birth or, moving or starting a new job, or even just looking at ourselves spiritually and saying, there's more here. There's more here than I'm realizing. And that's going to be something that we're really playing off of, Taurus, during this time that's really building within us. So let's look at what the moon has to say for herself and see what is going on. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Excuse me. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. This one. Okay, brilliant. So this is a Celtic cross-spread, and I'm just going to turn everything over here. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I really like that. And that change here. All right. So we're starting here with where we are right now, and it's your hard work is paying off. We are seeing things pay off. We're seeing things come forward. We're seeing what we have dedicated so much of ourselves to really starting to have an end prosperity, an end abundance. There's a sense here, Taurus, you are doubting your path, or you are doubting how much energy, time, dedication you are putting into something. Now, it's a person, and it can also be a career. Okay, I see person and career coming up very powerfully. So those two things make the most sense. But whatever you have been putting all your energy, all your time into, all your dedication to, there's been doubts that it would ever pay off. It's been a real battle, almost at times, at a stubbornness. Like people might say to you, even, Taurus, if you weren't so stubborn, this would already have been accomplished, or you wouldn't be still going back to this thing that isn't as prosperous or as bountiful as you thought it would be. Now they're eating their words. So that's going to be something here that we're very built up by, empowered by, emboldened by. So that's a really great thing, Taurus. Our challenge is to surrender. We really want to be in control during this time. We really want to be in control of, how things are moving, where we're going, everything like that. Our main challenge is going to be to surrender and to say, all right, I can't control everything, or I don't know everything. I have to release it. I have to just have faith that it will happen. So that's going to be very important. If you're born on the cusp with Aries challenge energy was faith, and it just came through so powerfully, because I don't remember readings after I do them. So that faith, that challenge, there's a sense here of, if you're born on the cusp with Aries, that's going to be something that's difficult, to have that faith, to have that surrender, to release control is going to be something that's difficult. Or if we have Aries strong in our chart, but we also just have it here for us, Taurus, where that releasing, that stepping into trust is going to be something that we're going to fight against. And yet we really need it. We can't control everything. And this moon is going to show us, because, it's in a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde ends on the 3rd of June. We have the shadow period lasting till the 18th. The new moon is in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So there's this energy coming up of, are things getting, wires being crossed? Are things not being as clear as they should be? But what I also see in Mercury retrogrades, and it's very interesting, I've just been seeing this recently, is that the chaos within communication starts to bring up things that we needed to see. That if we were more in control of the words or in what we were hearing, we wouldn't be able to see the way that we need to move forward, what it is that we truly desire. Now it moves us to what we're focused on, and it's that you and your loved ones are safe. You want to make sure that you're taking care of everyone and everything. The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, there is power here, there is prosperity here, there is bounty. And that's going to be what you get. That is going to be what we get during this time, is this real sense of, I put in the hard work, I put in the dedication, I've worried about this. So if you're like me, calling myself out because I'm working so hard on stopping, on embracing the teachings of the book, The Law and the Promise, which is in the description box, and being able to imagine, being able to create, instead of worrying, instead of being overwhelmed with the, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if? So if worry takes you over, there's a need here to release it, because you and your loved ones are safe. And that's our focus during this time, to really embrace those that we love, to really put the time, energy, and dedication into what we love. And it moves us to the past, which, remember, the past is all the way up to the 30th of May. It stops right then. It's all about change. You've changed the direction. And I know we usually, I find it very interesting, Taurus, because I usually use the collective we, because we're all part and interconnected with spirit. But spirit here is really using the word you a lot to really kind of hammer it home that this is something you've dedicated yourself to, you've worked on. There's something very singular in this reading that even when I try to pull it back to the we, it goes back to the individual. So that's very, very interesting that's coming forward. You need to do what you need to do. Whether everybody understands, whether everybody agrees, that's on them. It's not on you. So there's a powerful, beautiful change moving you forward. It's all part of the past. You're going to see from this time forward, from this new moon to the full moon and well beyond, and even in this whole in the whole Gemini period, which is the Gemini period is from May 21st to June 20th, you're going to see that it's all about change. It's all about things becoming more. So this past energy is bleeding its way into the present and into the future. Things aren't meant to stay the same. Things are meant to grow and evolve. And that's part of where our footing is a bit off with the Tower energy, the energy to be mindful of, because there are more things evolving, opening, understanding within us. Now, our strength for this time is really quite beautiful because it's the new moon. A new start is coming. And we see that. We feel it. It's like, okay, I finally answered the question. Or, okay, I finally know what needs to be done. A new start is coming. And that new start is opening our world, opening ourselves in a way that we hadn't anticipated. The new moon is coming in and it's affecting us very much at a core level. So here, there is a power and tenacity and understanding that is coming with this new moon. There is also a need to look into ourselves and to say, what do I need? What do I want? What am I working towards? Where is it that I need to be? All the questions start coming forward because of this new start, because we know that the change is an inevitable part of us. Now it brings us to our near future, which is self-love. It is time to love on ourselves. We've been working so hard. We've been burning the candle at both ends. We've been giving to family. We've been giving to work. We've been giving to everyone. Now is the time in the very near future. And remember, this is after the 30th, to really love ourselves, to connect with ourselves, to say, all right, you get to be pampered. You get to be looked at. You get to be looked after. It moves us to our suggested approach, which is nothing is set in stone. We have to look at things during this time, Taurus. I love that addressing the singular has now brought it back to the plural in speech. The we is coming together now. So our suggested approach is that nothing is set in stone. That when we look at something, we need to know that it is changeable, it is malleable, even if right at the moment it doesn't seem to be that way. There is such a tenacity, a brilliance, a power to us that we need to connect with this. Nothing is set in stone, that things are changing, things are evolving, and it moves us to what we need to know. And we need to know that we are wiser than we think we are. We are more connected with energy, insight, ideas than we had imagined. And this becomes the changing grace for us. It really does. Our wisdom, what we have learned, what we have been through. We might not be old. You know, when people say with wisdom, with age comes wisdom. And that's true because you've lived so much. But for some of us, we're sitting there and we're saying, okay, I shouldn't consider myself wise. I still have years upon years to go. You do not have to be in a more mature age group to be wise. And there's just wisdom around you. And people are going to start to see it. But they're also, now this is for maybe one person in particular, but this is coming through very strongly, that people are going to be doubting that you can pull off what you're going to be doing, like what you do, how you set yourself apart. And that's going to be on them, yet you're going to internalize it and think, have I bitten off more than I can chew? Or am I wrong for stating this? And so here, this wisdom comes forward, and we really have to listen to ourselves, to that inner guiding voice that says, no, you're not foolish. Like, keep on moving forward. Or maybe I'm spending too much time or connecting too much with that person. I need to back off. You're going to have the guidance of divinity with you, which all of a sudden and automatically brings wisdom. It leads us then to our hopes and our fears. And this is that luck is on our side. We need a bit of luck, a bit of, that kind of blind faith where I can jump forward and I don't have to have everything completely worked out. I don't have to know all the numbers and all the dimensions and have it all down to the very, kind of millisecond of anything or anything. Luck is on our side. Things have a tendency and have a way of working out that really does inspire, that really does move us forward. With this energy here of luck being on our side, with the hopes and our fears, we fear that we're not lucky, or we fear that it's all luck and that luck can run out. And we hope that we are lucky. We hope that we are taking aim, and we hope that this luck stays with us. So, that saying, like, their luck runs out type of thing? Here's the thing. Don't believe it. Don't believe that your blessings and your beauty run out. They might change. They might have hiccups at times. But keep on looking at that luck, at that beauty, at that tenacity, at that brilliance. That is you. And take aim. Because there's power here. Our potential future is completely unexpected. We're going to start to see doors opening, opportunities coming that we're going to think, I couldn't have imagined this. Like, I couldn't have dreamt this. If you would have told me this was going to be what happened, I would have left you right out of the room, right? So here, the potential is completely outside right now of our scope of imagination. So it's kind of like setting the intention, going after what we want, and then releasing it into the world, releasing it, into the universe, which I know sounds so commonly said and is so hard to do, but it's kind of like I can't pinpoint it. I can't expect it. I can't even understand how it will happen. And I don't even know what the it is, but I know I have to release it into a higher power, or else it will be my worry. It will be my doubt. It will become my obsession. Now I'm freeing myself. And I see that being so powerful for us, Taurus, that freedom, that insight, that beauty, those ideas. Now let's look at our past and our present and our future within the tarot, within this new moon, and how it's affecting us. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, this card right here. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have our past, our present, and our future. Our past is the Empress. Our present is the Six of Swords. And our future is Justice. I really like this. So our past being the Empress means that we've been giving birth to something. We've been creating something, nurturing something. Now, this could, of course, be a child, which is a very straightforward interpretation, right, of the card. But this is also nurturing an idea, nurturing what we need to birth forward, move forward within us. There is a real sense here of having a spark, of having an idea, and it coming forward into the world, and it having to be grown and cared for by you. I'm just seeing... Okay, so I know this is going to sound so funny, but I'm just seeing a bonsai. And bonsais are fiddly. Like, they are so temperamental that your bonsai can be doing great, and then 5 seconds later, it can be dead in the pot. So there's something here where you have this dream, you have this idea, you have this understanding, and it was going strong, and then it almost felt like it died away. Like, you just turned from it for a moment, and it died away. It's starting to come back. It is coming back. And you're going to see that your past has been slowly and steadily building this one idea, this one thing. And it's going to be all these different energies coming together, weaving themselves together to make a tapestry, to make a picture that when you stand back from it, it's like a Monet, right? When you're up close, you're looking at it, and it has its beauty, it's awing. But when you step away, all of a sudden your breath is taken away. So it's like, oh my gosh, that's what I was being led towards to by divinity. Those are the doors that we're opening. Now it moves us to our present, which is taking all our ideas, everything that we want, everything that we need, and really moving forward with it. It's really sitting there and saying, okay, this is where I need to be. Like, I need to be changing things, but I also need to take my knowledge, not share it with everybody else, kind of play the cards closer to the chest and move forward in a determined, straightforward way. Emotionally, we might get overwhelmed at times. We might doubt ourselves. We might think, oh no, I can't possibly do this. Just know that that's going to be part of the process, because we're starting to see everything that we have been building in our past. Now, our present is justice. It's being more discerning, but it's also really a quite blunt interpretation of the card. We're going to start seeing getting justice for something that we were wrongly accused of, or that, people started to be like pitted against us for. All of a sudden, the justice comes in. It's like it's interesting, because it doesn't start off as all of a sudden it's completely and powerfully just all at once, like a gavel going down, or something like that. Okay, so Spirit is also saying, like, it's not going to be as black and white. It's not going to be as just or as unjust as we had thought it was going to be. It's going to start off with these powerful shades of gray, this powerful sense of like, oh, are they listening to me? Or, oh, did they take this advice? Or, do they even see what I'm talking about? And then all of a sudden, bam, all of a sudden there's justice. There's vindication. There's a sense of a job well done. Now it moves us to our subconscious lunar energy, which is a new romantic cycle begins in fear. We fear that. We fear that beautiful cycle. We fear the answer to blessings. We fear the power of the dreams coming forward. It's like, yeah, sure, but when's the shoe going to drop? When is everything going to fall apart? We're looking right now at what has us afraid, what has us overwhelmed, what has us stepping back from ourselves. And now we're starting to find our balance. We're starting to say a new romantic cycle. Beauty gets to come back into my life. It gets to be a part of me. And that's going to be a very liberating thing, because Taurus, it's almost as if you've been living without that beauty. You've been living without that connection. And that has really saddened you. It's like there's a spark missing. And it's been the hard work. It's been the dedication. It's been being that stubborn, powerful bull. And now it is time for that bull to be in the fields. It's time for that bull to prance around and smell the flowers and, just have fun. And that's what's coming forward, a new romantic cycle, a cycle of the heart. It doesn't have to be a new romance starts, though for some of us it will. But there's a real sense of a new beauty to life starts. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the world. We can kind of get ahead of ourselves in our own thoughts. All of a sudden, instead of taking baby steps, all of a sudden we see ourselves in our mind's eye as the most powerful, prosperous person that we could ever have imagined. That can happen, but it's going to be baby steps. So as the world is opening to us, walk slowly forward, walk diligently forward, be very mindful, again, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, being very mindful and intentional with what you're going after and what is needed. Now, it moves us to our subconscious energy of the past, and that is strong Cancer energy, the nurturer, the person who's connecting with our hearts, the sense of this is what I love, and this is what I'm taking care of here. You and your loved ones are safe. It's the new moon in Cancer coming forward. So what's happening in our past is that we've been really focused on what everyone else needs, how everything should be going. And that's going to be something for us at this time where it's kind of like, okay, I need you to kind of walk on your own. I need you to take those steps forward. It brings us then to our subconscious present energy, and it's the Emperor. Now, I love that we have the Emperor and the Empress together. There's a soulmate connection coming forward from our past into our present. There's a way that we're connecting with ourselves and seeing ourselves. Now, is this going to be like just so strong we can't deny it? No, this is of different decks. He's looking, straightforward and a bit away from her. She's looking straightforward at her own life and what's going on. Our past and our present can feel very separate, but they're going to be calling to each other. They're going to be building off each other. Our past was more about nurturing and caring and putting our heart and soul into it. Our present is going to be more about, logic and determination and insight and, what exactly do I have to do right now, and being very pragmatic about things. Subconsciously, we're going to be very pragmatic, that we can almost find it frustrating, especially for those of us who are a bit more of a dreamer, a bit more creative, want that element to come in where we'll sit there and think, oh my gosh, why am I always making such a rigid choice? It's because subconsciously we see that as the most viable way forward to success, to prosperity, to what it is that we really want. Now, it brings us to our subconscious future energy, and that is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Emperor is Aries energy right here, so that came forward. And now the Knight of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is a fire, there is a passion, there is an insight, there's a need to kind of run free and see what happens. Subconsciously in our future, we want to be more daring, yet we want justice. We want things to be more balanced. So just know that about ourselves. There might be a little bit of an internal war, a sense of, oh, but I want this, or I want to express this, but I need to do this. It's much more practical, or it'll be much more favorable in the long run. So just being aware of that is going to be very, very important for us. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. Now, at the very end here, I'm going to announce that I'm doing a giveaway because Mercury retrograde ends on the 3rd of June. That is my birthday, which I know I always say, again, we in the readings, and that's for the inclusivity, that's for the connection of the spirit of the self. But I am a Gemini, and with Mercury retrograde ending and this new moon and everything that's going on, I just thought, why not? Why not do a giveaway? So write down in the description box below if you want to win a free reading by me. I am blessed and I am prosperous. I will do a automatic number generator, go through everybody's comments in all of the readings and pick a winner. So the winner will be announced when everything's up, either on the new moon or thereabouts that time. I will have it announced. And yeah, so just write in the description box below, I am blessed and I am prosperous. And say that every morning when you wake up. Believe it. Like, walk with that energy. It'll raise you in a way that is really, really glorious. Okay, so I wish you all luck. I wish you guys nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, beauty, and intention of our heart and of this new moon. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus, and may you have a blessed moon.